popular former starter, Brianna Scurry, a 99er who had been in goal for that championship and who had also shut down Brazil in the 2004 Olympic gold medal game. But that was the past. Bri had barely played for 3 years, while I had ascended to the top spot. Yet Greg decided she would do better against Brazil based on those long-ago results. Only a few of the old guard remained, but Greg claimed that one of those legends, Christine Lilly, along with Abby Wambach, a younger player who had allied herself with the 99ers, had suggested the change. I felt betrayed, especially by Abby. It was a bitter disappointment, but not a complete shock. 2. Fate, like some coaches, plays favorites. On the soccer field, I expected to be judged by my hard work and performance. Soccer made me a star in my hometown. It insulated me from hurts and harsh judgments. It lifted me out of Eastern Washington and set me on a trajectory that only a few ever get to experience. It gave an anchor and order to my life, which too often had been defined by drama and chaos. But even the wins on the field, the growing success, couldn't overcome my fatalism, the sense that life was beyond my control. My father's sudden death, after he had finally found a calm place in his life after years of erratic, self-destructive behavior, was all the evidence I needed. Being benched in Hangzhou was still more proof that hard work and talent might not be enough. Devastated, I thought of my father. I had spread a little of his ashes inside the goal at every game until this one. He had planned to be here, watching his youngest child. He always called me his baby hope. I thought of my family, my mother and brother, my grandparents and aunt, my best friend's parents, my boyfriend, and my brother's fiancé, who were sitting in the stadium. They had traveled around the world to support me. They were wearing black armbands in memory of my father. I had wanted to be strong and courageous for them. But now that chance was gone. The game was a disaster, almost from the start. Bri looked rusty, colliding with Brazilian forward Formiga as she came out on a free kick. In the 20th minute, U.S. defender Leslie Osborne dove to head away a corner kick and ended up knocking the ball past Brian into the net. An own goal. The most demoralizing play in soccer. We were trailing 1-0. 7 minutes later, Marta, the most feared player in the world, dribbled down the right flank and was fouled by one of our defenders, who grabbed her shorts. Marta wriggled out of the grasp and blasted a shot into the lower right corner of the net. Bri dove and got a hand on it, but couldn't keep the ball from slipping past her. On the television broadcast, former U.S. women's coach Tony DiCicco told viewers at home that it was exactly the kind of shot Bri had once always stopped. "If she's on her game, she makes this save," he said. We were down 2-0, and it was about to get worse. In stoppage time of the first half, Shannon Box received her second yellow card of the game for taking down Brazilian forward Christina. It was a questionable call, but there's no appealing the referee's decision. Box was sent off, and our team was going to have to play the entire second half a player short, 10 versus 11, for 45 minutes. I didn't feel vindicated by what was happening. I was distraught. I couldn't believe how poorly our team was playing, at every position. I knew we were so much better than this. Watching from the bench in the second half, I witnessed the complete collapse of my team and our 4-year dream. 11 minutes into the second half, our defense was out of position, and Christiana flicked in another goal. Brazil 3, U.S. 0. I sat at the end of the bench, stunned and pissed, and my face broadcast those emotions to everyone watching. It usually does. I don't try to